Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mini Intruder, and welcome back to Stellaris, where you join me in, a good position, I would say. Unless you're Roman. If you're Roman, it's a bad position. Yeah, I kind of, broke the Romans Federation apart. They're all that's left, so they've gone independent again. They have immediately signed up as, an associate member of the Ganviers, who are also allied with the Pithok. I assume there must be, like, a wormhole that links these two to... No, there's not. There's not a wormhole. I've no idea how these two ended up in a federation together, but they just flipping did. And the Pax Romana would like to join, because they're getting desperate. But I'm not sure they're going to be around for too much longer, because I think they've nearly lost everything. In fact, I think they've got... How much has Rome got left? Oh... They appear to have, had every single system apart from this one occupied. And in addition, quite a few of their worlds have definitely been taken, yes. Because if we go and have a little look-see at some of their planets, if we can actually find a planet, that world is currently being bombarded, and there's no actual armies there. So these guys can basically just land whenever they feel like it. Oh dear, it's not going to go well for them. So basically, Rome's pretty much done, as far as I can tell, which is going to mean, this corner of the galaxy is going to belong to this federation, and then there's this federation here, a couple of dicks who don't want to be involved. The Khan states are slowly coming together to form their own little federation, and then there's me and the Raxar, who might just end up as friends yet. We just don't flipping know. Also, I've got really few planets right now. I put loads of them into sectors. So I should probably actually be sending some new colony ships over to the 7 systems. Oh, actually, hang on. That needs to be slightly renamed because there were some slight issues with the 6 systems. It was never called okay, there's 7. Hang on. This is the planet Move Along Nothing to See Here, which definitely didn't have people on it when we accidentally sort of blew it up and turned it into a nightmarish, toxic dystopia. No. None of that happened. Absolutely none of that. Right. We need to actually start getting some people down. Now, an interesting thing came up in the comments, which sounds a bit crazy, but one of the things people said was, the Rexar hate me because of the level of threat. Now, in theory, I would represent less threat if I stopped invading and conquering everyone. Now, this sounds like sort of crazy talk to me, but there might be an element of truth in it. So, I've got a plan. 1, we're going to focus on technology and expanding and laying down some planets. And 2, if we do want to invade anywhere else, we're not going to, like, invade them. We're just going to vassalize them, which shouldn't increase the threat, because that's not me expanding into new territory. That's just me controlling territory someone else has, which I've actually very carefully moved my ships around to do. Because what we've got actually here is, Transport Fleet 19, which has got a decent amount of strength there, together with the General Security Fleet. I think these guys could very, very easily fall into my hands. That could definitely be a thing that occurs. And meanwhile, the polity of Holfax has been annoying me for long enough. I think they need to go down too, especially as they actually are currently sitting on, precisely 2 systems. And those systems are, actually no, technically, 2 systems, 3 planets. They're not really that well guarded either. I feel like if I could just get my main invasion forces over there, we could just basically move in and have literally all of this. So that seems like a good sort of idea. They're a bit dug in over here, by the way. That's presumably their new capital. But that's fine. We'll just bombard that for a bit. It's not really a problem. And yes, indeed, Transport Fleet 2 is heading in exactly that direction already. So we're all ready for this. And because we're at peace and they're at peace, we can do this straight away. But bear in mind, I think we've got to... what we've got to do is if we want those 2 wars to be happening simultaneously, we do actually have to, therefore, get the, the offers of... offer of protectorate status over to them now and only declare war after both of them been offered the protectorate status. So, protectorate status. Have you lost your mind, alien? Well, I'm afraid we're going to be offering it to you anyway. And our Senate will review the proposal. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to make the same offer down to these stupid bastards. Your nation is both flawed and primitive. It is not primitive. Alright, I'm sorry, but your technology level is pathetic compared to ours. And we'll also be offering you protectorate status. They at least are a little bit more polite about it. You wish to become a protector? Confirm that as well. And the warlord will consider that. So, get time ticking along here. And we'll see what the responses are. And the responses are, in fact, everyone is... Oh! Hello! What's just happened here? Yes, indeed. It would appear that they have decided they don't want to sacrifice independence. And these guys have also decided the same thing, something alien filth. And that means I now get myself a new little ability to declare war on them to force them to become my vassals. So that's just flipping lovely. And with that done, I should be able to declare war and actually wage both of those wars simultaneously. And I'm not invading. This is not an invasion. So therefore, it's all actually flipping fine, okay? This isn't bad at all. And better, it means I don't need to actually waste any flipping influence trying to actually tag all these systems because I'm not planning to actually take any of them. Instead, all I'm planning to do is move in and force these guys to work for me, which I'll then have to continue doing because I'm too strong for them to break away. So, declare war on these bastards, and I can either turn them into, I can turn them into a vassal or a tributary. I think vassal. That seems better to me. Anyone actually interested in coming along? No, no one's interested in... There's very few people left in the galaxy that actually can. I'm guessing these guys... Oh yeah, these guys have got forced peace, of course they do. So it's just me. I'm trying to vassalize you. That's absolutely fine. Declare the war. So that's absolutely fine. Let's just let them accept that. And what took you so long? Let us end this once and for all. I would not be so keen to get on with this. And also the Pax Romana has basically just started laying down claims all over the flipping shop. As has the Zimmerpucks. Now that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. We'll need to keep an eye on them. So, probably want to just send in the fleet at this point. You guys can basically just head along here and start knocking out all of their systems. Though actually, we need to knock out this system first, irritatingly, because it's got itself... Yeah, we physically can't go any further. So we'll need to head over in that direction and just basically start bombarding that planet. That's absolutely fine. We'll just get on with that. That will be no problem at all. Though actually, there's more stuff coming in as well, aside from more flipping claims. Hang on. Policy of Hull-Fax, Non-Aggression Pact, and for Fossensen. Yeah, everyone's basically declaring they're not going to go to war with each other, because they're probably all too busy going to war with me. This is not war. This is liberation. That's the word. I'm liberating you. And no need to rush into war with these guys. Instead, just send in the General Security Fleet. The General Security Fleet can actually take out these stupid pirates over here. We can follow that up later. And for Fossens, yeah, very, very happy indeed. You guys, come over here, knock all this down, please. Lovely. Hostile fleets present. Yes, indeed, I know about it. And everyone's just laying claims. And the Kingdom of Duckburg decided to insult us. I really wouldn't, guys. I'd be at least a little bit diplomatic under the circumstances. But the Fossens have interestingly decided to end their defensive pact with me. Okay, well, me and the Fossens, we used to get on sort of okay. Honestly, I don't really want to form a non-aggression pact with them. I'd rather just let the clock tick down. I might just vassalize them as well. Admittedly, that would be a bit on the fiddly side just because of the vast amount of planets they've got. But actually, it's not that many. It's only like 6 or something. I could just basically forcibly vassalize them down the line. Yeah, I'll have a think about that. We'll see. Now, don't forget the 6 systems, by the way. Where do I want to settle in here? Ah, yes, I remember this one. The 6 systems number 3, which does have plenty of energy and also alien pets. So I need energy gatherers who like being in a cold sort of place. That'll do. Hang on, let's just quickly check the species tab here. Ah, yes, the Huskos, the terrifying weird mouth people. Yes, you'll do. So, get one of you bastards in production immediately. We can start getting the 6 systems settled again, and no one mentioned the 7th system. There never was a 7th system. I've no idea what you're talking about. And as for you bastards, you're also being declared war against. Congratulations, we're subjugating you. And yes, indeed, hopefully some of our friends will just help out a little bit with that too. Fun thing about this empire, though, is look at the numbers that are yellow versus white. Yellow means they're using it, white means they're not. This place has had so many problems with pirates. Pirates have basically just gone around trashing the whole thing. Like, they've never actually had the opportunity to really set up mining stations on any of their entire empire. It's ridiculous. Well, I'll see if I can maybe help them. If I can stabilize the region, potentially if I could just like slap down a little bit of space for myself, I could actually stop pirates spawning in. Or, ideally, yeah, some of these guys might actually help and on our behalf expand outwards. That could potentially work. In fact, yes, this actually belongs to us. I've just sectorized it. So actually it will be very, very simple indeed for me to just basically send along some ships to go and occupy here, here, and a bit more expensive to occupy here. But Nothing too major, and then that would just stop the pirates showing up constantly. Yeah, probably as a starting point. This is that one of yours? Yeah, that is one of yours. Fine, let's just start off by clearing out all of... Apparently you physically can't get there. What do you mean you physically can't get there? How about now? There you go. Now you've figured it out. Well done. And also the... Ooh. The Tebazoid state has joined up with... Wow. The Condyne Concord. That's interesting. Okay, so that has actually joined up with the Khan successor state. And also, hang on. The Condyne Concord. Wait, what's your one called? Isn't that something very similar? Okay, that's not helpful. Right, this one's the Concord, this one's the League. But seriously, guys, maybe don't, like, all have the same name. It's very confusing. Now, I had one other thought as well, which is, yeah, we inherited from the Machine Empire a very nice world, but a tomb world. So how about we just terraform that into something a bit nicer? Yeah, a nice continental world. No, a nice tropical world, in fact. Nice tropical world. Let's just get that underway, because then that will become a very, very nice little world in future. Not least as it's already partly settled on my behalf. I think there's another one up here, isn't there? Yeah, it's a small tomb world, but it'll do, and I don't really like having tomb worlds, as I'm just swimming in energy. Yeah, go on then, let's actually have that converted into something nice. So that'll take a few years to finish up, but screw it, it will be some nice worlds once we're done. And at this point, yeah, these guys are starting to spread out, but honestly, you've got nothing, so it doesn't really matter. And someone else is going to war as well, but... Ah! Okay. So, the big Federation is going to war against the Tebazoids. And obviously, that's a war where stuff gets to change hands very, very quickly indeed. Now, that's potentially very interesting. And also, apparently, my war's begun as we start bombarding these here areas. General Security Fleet will just be able to bomb the hell out of this. No problem whatsoever. Now, one other thing to remember to do, by the way, is... where is my nearest construction ship? Not you. Not you. I need something... Actually, it might be this guy, to be honest. I need to bring the construction ships down here to start filling in these blanks to stop pirates bloody spawning in forever. Yeah, it turns out it's totally going to be this guy. Fine, let's just bring you down here. You get over here, and once you get over there, in fact, why don't you just come over here and lay down a star base, right flipping there. Let's just start filling in the map so pirates stop spawning in. Because honestly, this is one of very few places left in the entire galaxy where pirates physically can spawn. So probably we should get rid of them. Now, as for this war down here... where are you bastards going exactly? You're bringing a small force in this direction towards, what is that? I have no idea how you'd pronounce that. Okay, because that's a U, not a V. Ouch. Right, okay, well, let's just basically head in this direction. Start clearing all of this out. And now we've taken care of that. Move straight on over here. Looks like we'll intercept the only fleet they've got pretty darn quickly. Lovely. And this fleet has... this fleet technically doesn't actually have a Titan. I should probably give them a Titan, because I believe I do actually have some extra space right now. Hang on, open this up in the Fleet Manager. This is, yeah, 184 out of 200. So this thing deserves a Titan, except it's not actually quite enough. Ah, unfortunately, a Titan's so big it can't quite fit in. That is a shame. Oh, wait, hang on. Yes, it can. It was already there, in fact. Right, it's just that it isn't actually there at the minute. Fine, well, I should probably just reinforce this at the moment. Yeah, damn straight we should reinforce that. Though actually, remind me, what's the special benefit I've got on my Titans right now? Because I'm not sure if I've necessarily got the best one. The one I've got is fire rate plus 5%. Do I want that? Or I've really been thinking about the... hang on, where's the one I potentially want? Actually, combat disengagement chances only minus 20%. To be honest, that's not a massive change. So I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got there. Though, before I do actually send that thing on, I believe I've got... didn't I have... oh, I must not have finished researching it yet. Hang on, have we not got the... no. Hang on, does that not affect you? Hang the flip on here. Ah, wait. Yeah, it's the, yeah, the enigmatic encoder lives over here in the auxiliary. It's not like a special thing that lives over here. Fine, I probably should slap that on all my ships, but to be honest, evasion plus 20%. That'd be nice, but... is it nicer than sublight speed plus 10%? When that's, yeah, basically I'm sacrificing 20% sublight speed for only 10% more evasion. honestly, I think I'll just leave my corvettes as they are. And the thing is, if I let anything slow down, then that's actually going to be a problem. Yeah, that's going to be a major problem, because the fleet can only travel as fast as the slowest vessel inside it. So that's... yeah, that's kind of annoying, actually. And as for the bigger ships, yeah, shield points plus 10% is a huge increase in shielding. So, despite the fact I've actually gone to great lengths to acquire this thing, I'm not sure I actually want it. Which is a bit of a shame, but no matter, I'll maybe revisit that down the line. And General Security Fleet, now with a Titan actually incoming. Hang on, what needs to be renewed here? That is, martial law, fine, don't really care. You'll be arriving straight in here. And, oh guys, I've got bad news. Which is, I'm not convinced this is, nope. We managed to take out the majority of you and also clear out your entire army in seconds. So, they're pretty well screwed. Lovely. And hello. What have we got here? So we've got ourselves a small fleet of derelict... oh, it's the Space Mongols. Recently discovered in the 6 systems, not far from the territory of the Marauders. Computer logs on the ship indicate the crews fled into our space to escape some kind of clan feud. Unfortunately for them, they brought few supplies and starved to death. The ships have been adrift ever since. Okay, so we could either scrap them for 200 minerals or... yeah, fine, I'll have a small fleet of Marauder ships. Why not? That's an interesting thing to have shown up at this exact moment in time, but why not, eh? I assume that fleet is going to show up in the... where is it? Well, how did it end up at Lux? Surely it should be over... oh, never mind, whatever. Right, so we've got a small salvaged fleet of 12 strength. It's presumably, like, interesting looking. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking, in fact. We should probably upgrade it to current spec if we can. No, apparently we cannot. Okay. And it's cruisers, frigates, and raiders. Nothing too major. Actually, it's not terrible. The problem is, yeah, Hyperdrive 2 means the whole thing's pretty slow. Fine, as it's 1,300, we can just use that as a small defensive force to guard a small, insignificant little boundary somewhere. Possibly we could leave it over here in case any of these guys ever get stupid ideas. In fact, actually, I know exactly what you guys can do. Why don't you guys come round here and actually help loop around this way and take out this system? I know it's a... wait, hang on. Why would you go... oh, because you don't have jump drives. Yeah, I see the problem. Right, why don't you go the stupidly long way around and just get on with that? Because I can't think of anything better for you guys to be doing right now. And interestingly, the war against the Deathicans is already up to, yeah, good shape. Settle status quo. So if I want to, I could just take some space off them, but I'd have to actually make the claims first. Yeah, I'd say that's actually going well. Their war exhaustion is ticking up nice and fast. All we need to do really is just, yeah, settle all their planets as quickly as possible. So, probably the best thing we can do with you is immediately work in this direction and just start working down on that planet. That'll do the job. But make sure when I send in my supporting fleet, my fleet follows the same route. Otherwise, there's going to be trouble. No. No, 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 no. Don't you do that. You instead do this, to this, to this, and to this. And you need to go to here, to here, to here, and then to... okay, no, go to here, and then to here, and then to here, and then to here. Because I want to make sure you actually capture any of the... there's not one of them there, John. You know there's not one of them there, but whatever. Right, send in the transport fleet to follow up my forces. Shouldn't be a problem. Martial law expires. We know about that. Yep, everything should be as it should be. And we've lost the right to use the subjugation declaration of war, but that's fine. Honestly, it's all going fine. By the way, you're not actually bombarding any planets right now, are you? No. No, you're not. Which of them is worth bombarding if either of them is? I guess bombard this, probably. Yeah, go on then. Why not bombard this while we're actually kind of, you know, waiting for the fleets to arrive? And as for what's actually here, there's basically nothing here. How strong is this, by the way? You've got 1,400 strong station there, so definitely don't want to send in the tiny Halifax defense fleet. These guys are almost here right now. In fact, screw it. Prepare to jump, please. Thank you. So in 2 weeks, that fleet will be there. In fact, why am I not doing that with this fleet? That would be a very sensible thing to do. Actually, it would be, but only once this fleet actually gets here and has this system start to be bombarded. And the colony ship is also ready to go. Move the colony ship into the position we want, which is, yeah, just basically move it directly to the 6 systems. That's fine. And oh, yeah. Look how fast we're speeding things up now. They can just basically come down to this gateway, straight over to this gateway, and then they're just pretty much already there. That's just lovely, that is. Now, down by the Death of Khans, General Security Fleet has arrived and is now just destroying their ships, and is also destroying this. Was this actually armoured? This was not that armoured. We may as well bombard it while we're just waiting for the actual, the transport fleet to arrive, just to clear out one army. We've got ourselves advanced strike craft. Ooh, I'm glad to see that. Titan hull points up 2,000. Kinetic. How do I not have kinetic batteries already? I could have sworn I already had that. Or the flak batteries. Ooh, interesting. No, take the Titan hull points. Go on then. That's going to take a while, but it does make my Titans ludicrously unkillable, which is always welcome. And my construction ship is now in range to do a point-to-point jump, so move straight over there, and as soon as it is done, it can then lay down the star base. Lovely, so we can get on with that. Meanwhile, my main fleet should have already arrived at this system. Yep, they are already there. You guys get over here and start, just invade this. Honestly, I think you can just basically move straight in. You do have a general with you right now, right? No, you do not. Do I have the capacity for a general? These guys are leading Legio 1. I believe you're not going into the most dangerous situation right now. And actually, I do have the capacity for another one. So, ooh. Yeah, one Glory Seeker Psychic General. I think we can go for some of that. Thank you. So, I know you're kind of new and inexperienced, but you should be able to do very, very well indeed. In fact, your strength appears to be going up by the second. Well done. So, if you guys just want to land basically right there, in we go. Are you landing?
Planetary invasion begun.
There we go. I thought you'd want to land at some point. So the psychic armies are heading in and doing some good work. Hopefully they'll be able to pull back. I don't really want to lose psychic army, to be honest. So if you guys want to pull back at some point, that would just be flipping marvellous. Don't die. Don't die. You're too strong to die. But yeah, fortunately these guys do a lot of army morale damage. Back off. Pull back. Oh, they can't back off for another few days. That is a shame. We just lost a psychic army. Yeah, I kind of like the generals who have got the you can pull back earlier trait. That's actually genuinely quite useful. Otherwise, you can lose some very valuable armies, which is a shame. Still, this planet's pretty much taken care of. One army lost, which is a shame, but no matter. And that should give us a nice big increase in damage over there. And these guys can now just head straight over here and join in with taking out this system. Land the armies right there too, because yeah, we actually need to do that before we can make any further progress because of the FTL inhibitors. So down you go onto the ground. There's only 3.5 left. Don't send this guy into battle first. Also, I like the fact this general is riding a Hawking Beast. The Hawking Beasts are going in. Are you sending that guy in first? Are you actually... Why would you send that army in first? That's blatantly the guy who needs to not be involved first. Bloody hell. Right, well, that's another psychic army that's just been sacrificed. Unless we get very lucky and they all collapse. Nope. Because you sent the stupid weak army in first. Don't do that. Well, at least these armies are now completely collapsing in seconds. And job done. So, all of them are now taken, which means you can now carry on and start just sweeping up the rest of it. Those guys should now not be in good shape at all. Well, actually, technically, apparently, yeah, my actual flipping... Why would my war attrition and tiredness be higher than theirs? That's just weird. Yeah, apparently I've lost 2% because of ground battles, because I've lost a few armies, but this bastard has 0% due to 35... Alright, fine. Also, he hasn't lost 35 armies, but... Well, this is all very weird, to be honest. Now, these guys are down to 4 armies of strength 196, but honestly, I've only actually got 300 strength here, so I'm just going to let them bombard a little bit more. They've got a fleet on the move, but their fleet is strength 100, and my platform's just basic platforms of strength 300, so that fleet basically can't do anything. And I've also started filling in the gaps elsewhere as well, which is lovely. Now. Are you ready to jump? Yes, you are. In which case, I'd like you to come over to... These haven't been scanned yet. Boo. Right, I need to get a science vessel down there. Luckily, I've got one right here. I need to get a science vessel over here to scan these 2 areas so we can actually fill them up as well. So that's all good.
Spaceport under attack.
Spaceport under attack, you say? Yeah, I've heard this before. I've never been 100% convinced by it. Actually, no, for once it's true. Unfortunately, it's 1 corvette, which I assume has no way of dealing with my missiles. So I don't think they're going to do well, to be honest. No. And someone wants to have a chat with us. Hello. You want to give me 16,000 energy? I'm afraid not, because it's energy. If you'd offered me minerals, I'd say yes, but no, sorry. No can do. As much as I want to take you to prom, I'm not taking flipping energy for a valuable resource, especially when I don't know how much of it I've got. Yeah, that's my only spare one, sorry. Now, what's going on up north, by the way? We've got this guy, literally mid-jump right now. So he's going to be momentarily wiping out literally everything you guys have got left. Oh, there's those long-range, powerful cannons, tearing them apart before they can even jump out. Absolutely flipping love it. That's the Tachyon Lancers right there. Very, very good indeed. Now, I believe this is the only planet that's got any significant strength on it. Yeah. So, in which case, guys, head over here, begin bombarding. Martial law runs out again. I don't really care. I think it's all under control. And then once that's done, well, technically they won't actually have any planets left. So I assume at that point I can just basically just start going around doing whatever I feel like. Also, these guys are eventually going to get down to here. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah. So at that point, I just basically mop up whatever's left. I would assume that once all their planets are occupied, they'd have no choice but to surrender in full. But maybe I need to mop up the rest of their space as well, even though they've not actually got any planets left at that point. Right, you head up here, join up with your friends. And that science vessel has indeed made it where I want it to be, but it's going to need a scientist. Right, do we have a spare floating around by any chance? That's unfortunate, because I don't think I've actually got any spare leaders. Right, move you over to... Yeah, survey speed up. Nice, move you over here. Congratulations, you live there now. So survey this system, and then survey that system. And then we'll be in a position to actually start laying down some good stuff. Can you actually jump there yet, by the way? Yeah, jump there in preparation for that being done. And then we'll just start, yeah, filling in the actual gaps. Because once the gaps are filled in, no more pirates. Now, how are we doing with bombarding this world at this point? They're down to 2 armies. I think we can go in, land the armies. Hopefully, we can take them out one-on-one. Potentially, we might need to send in some reinforcement. But this is 8 armies versus 2. And these are good quality. These are all, yeah, these are all Jazzajans. And one of the armies is already badly damaged. And we've actually got a proper tabby general with psychic powers. So hopefully, that will be good. Yeah, we should be able to knock this down without taking any damage whatsoever. This guy's already almost dead, and these guys are taking damage way faster than us. We've just brought superior troops to bear, and that's just flipping lovely. There we go. These guys are already starting to struggle a little bit here. Now, while I'm in this bit of space, I may as well actually just grab... Do I want to bother grabbing this bit? Also, where are the rest of my fleets? Because I feel like some of my fleets could be doing more useful things than they're doing right now. Like... Yeah, you probably can come down over here and actually start helping out with all of this. So how about you just come like to... I already own that, probably don't bother coming to that. But come here, and then come here, and then come here, and basically just start mopping up literally everything that I haven't already bothered taking, alright? Lovely. So with that, we got fleets coming in to cover ourselves very, very nicely indeed, and then these 2 forces can therefore just cut through this space and just focus on clearing out their actual planets, as it looks like they've got... 2 stations and 3 planets remaining, nothing major. Meanwhile up here, these guys are already much closer to the point of collapse. We just need to basically let time pass in order to deal with all of this. And we're coming up on 24-25, which may well be the year I said the late game stuff could start happening. I'm not sure. And the system surveys are indeed complete. So in which case you lay down a new star base outpost. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we've actually already got a new Shroud thing back up and running. I was expecting us to have to wait longer because there was the slight issue that I accidentally put my psychics into a catatonic coma last time. But luckily they've recovered because it's the future. Right, reach into the Shroud for 2,000 energy. Abso-flipping-lutely. Now, what have we actually got here? Ooh, we've got something a bit different. Repose. Okay, my capital. The vision is hazy and indistinct, but there can be no question it is Repose, our capital. The great cities look different, yet familiar, even though the obscuring wall of flames and... Oh! Uh-oh. That's not good. This is... None of this is good. Right, millions of mutilated tabbies litter the streets. All of them tabby. Ooh! The stench of decay is unbearable. This is your future. Well, this isn't good. Nothing living remains in the ruins. In the sky above, massive orbital installations trailing smoke have begun a slow and inevitable descent towards the planet. Are we witnessing one possible future out of many? I really hope so. Not one of many. It shall come to pass. As surely as the sun rises, it is your destiny. But Tabby! Oh, this is no good at all. Right, the vision ends as quickly as it began, leaving behind a miasma of swirling psychic energies. Right. So, I can either create an avatar of pure psychic energy fully under our control, which apparently is really easy to do, or I could make my ship slightly cheaper to run, which is really difficult, which strikes me as backwards, but okay. Well, honestly, I don't need ethics attraction, and ship upkeep, I'm under control. I'm almost at capacity now, and I've got plenty to spare, so that's fine. So I'm going to create a psychic tabby avatar, exactly whatever that is, and we have indeed managed to do that. So it's a colossal warrior on the surface of Repose. Right, well, it's not on the surface of Repose, because it's, like, actually immediately been shoved on a ship, and it's worth, it's worth 249 army strength by itself. Tell me what it is then. It's a psionic avatar. Damage between 10 and 20. Morale damage 20 to 40. 1,400 health. Nice. Right, well, I think we know where that thing's going. I'm going to send that straight up towards here. And that can join up with our forces up here, and that will be just flipping lovely. So I've created a giant tabby who can join up with the hawking beasts, and they can smash planets together and everything will be lovely. Right, the bombardment is continuing, but it's gonna take a while. Admittedly, the garrison strength is only being marked as 400 right now. These guys are... They're not great, are they? Between 3 and 6 a go. My troops, meanwhile, are... Hang on, show me the army details. Superior. But I would likely take losses. So let's just let this planet be bombarded a little bit more first before I send in the troops. We've got more forces coming in to start clearing out some of the other systems, so it's not a big deal. Though actually, there's a... I just saw some red up there. What was that? Why was there an enemy fleet right there? Who did it belong to? That makes me a little bit on the suspicious side. Right, back down here on the south. I'm trying to juggle these two wars at once right now. So you're just moving over here to move over to the next system. And we've got the transport fleet that can basically just jump over there at its convenience. That's not a major problem. Good, good, good. And we should also have, yeah, my secondary fleet is coming in right now. And their job is just to basically, yeah, clear up all of this mess. And also, you expand the Empire, please. You, meanwhile, head over here and survey this system so we can also eat that in a moment. And, yeah, at that point, we should pretty much have defeated pirates. I know there's a pirate base, hang on. Yeah, there's one stuck back here. I'm not sure it's ever going to make it past the Ether Drake, though, so that's fine. Plus, also, there's this one system here that no one seems to want to take, and I'm not quite sure why, but... Ooh. Actually, it looks like it's exerting pressure. That's interesting. I wonder what's over there. Also, my mistake. Apparently there isn't a planet here. I thought there was a planet here, but it turns out there's not. There was just a little star base that needs to be taken out. So, in which case, may as well crack on. You guys, get over here and start knocking out this system. But watch out. The ravenous star hunters are indeed trying to presumably get on top of one of my fleets here. I need to potentially, yeah, knock out a whole bunch of systems so they can't move around as much. There's still 300 strength there. They could, in theory, actually, yeah, in fact, I think they might have done. Yeah, I think they might have actually gone and knocked out one of my little systems already, just kind of one of my basic platforms. Right, gotta watch out for those bastards, because they're not quite done yet. There's still going to be one tiny annoying fleet dotted around. Yeah, as suspected, these stupid bastards are coming in and just attacking a random station. Should take them a while to do, though, which does give me the opportunity to potentially just jump straight in, catch them out of position, So these guys are going to, in 10 days, jump over. Should be able to catch these guys straight away. It's going to take them a long time to cut through the shields and the armor and whatever. So, my fleet should be arriving in, yeah, no time at all. And though these guys are currently on cooldown, they can immediately basically head in over there and start murdering these guys, and they warp straight out. Nice. Now, oh, I'm a bit worried by this piece. Is there going to be a Rome left? I think the moment I push this button, the galaxy's going to have changed shape quite dramatically. And the answer is, oh, there is a Rome left. In fact, actually, they've been kind enough to leave Rome with, hang on, what's Rome got? That's 1 mining system. That's 3 mining systems over there, so 4 total. And their capital worlds, which is currently, hang on, what's your capital world? The capital world is Terib. You've lost Vesta, you poor bastards. And it's not exactly well guarded, unfortunately. Not at all. Still, it's a decent world if... Oh, it's been a bit trashed. There's a lot of ruins down there right now. Yeah, that's all you got, Rome. That's literally it. It's 1 planet. Though this does mean I could potentially make Rome mine if I was just to go in and basically, yeah, demand vassalization. That would be fun. But yeah, this little area down here... These guys have got tough. They have got, yeah, some decent strength to them. I should definitely keep some fleets around here because at some point, well, the advantage is they've got no border with me aside from this sort of area. So they've got, yeah, like a couple of ways in over here. Other than that, they can't really access, aside from, of course, the wormhole. But the wormhole of Nishpan is well guarded. I have very, very carefully made sure that thing is well protected. In fact, I might just make it better protected, to be honest. Just for fun, if anything ever comes through that wormhole, I would like it to die. Like, a lot. And just to make sure it does, I'm going to actually slap a target uplink computer on this thing, just for the sake of making sure these weapons hit anything that arrives through the wormhole immediately. Because this thing represents 20,000 strength now, and it's going to represent a lot more once we're done. Because to be honest, I wouldn't actually mind carving out just a tiny, tiny bit of space around here, because that would give me access to the Ether Drake. And the Ether Drake, when killed, generates a very, very good planet and all sorts of other fun stuff. So, I wouldn't mind having a tiny little enclave of the Empire down here. That wouldn't be bad at all, especially as, yeah, just because of the layout of it, I could basically just have, yeah, a little kind of stop at one side, a little kind of stop at the other side. Wouldn't be that bad at all. Still, that, unsurprisingly, changes things. These guys are getting stronger and stronger. I need to keep some strong fleets nearby so they don't get stupid ideas. And meanwhile, up by the policy of Holfax, my little backup fleet of random marauder ships has finally actually managed to get round, which is lovely. There's 500 strength, which just got here somehow. You guys just loop around here, start working your way through, though careful of the Devil's Maw. Actually, you can handle that too. That's fine, just start working your way around here. And the Verfossen... Ooh. The Verfossens are now in a defensive pact with the Pax Romana. Now that's unfortunate, because that means I can't just basically just absorb the Pax Romana, because the Verfossens will be Oh! Hello! What? Did you just... Hello? Right, the Verfossens have joined this? Wow. Okay, the galaxy is seriously centralizing at this point. I did not call the Verfossens were going to join them. That I was not expecting. I mean, honestly, the Raxar could at any moment flip. The only thing that's stopping them is that they're at war. And that could be a concern. If the Raxar ever actually end up at peace with the Rhino Turtles, they could immediately flip and actually join, well, apparently, weirdly, just like a whole bunch of flipping Mighty Duck nations. They might want to join, like, these 3 guys in the weirdest... Okay, fine. It would be... And also, it would be very annoying because the colours are almost identical. They should have different colours, damn it. Right, so I'm guessing the Verfossens hate me a bit more as a result of that, right? Yeah, the Verfossens are slowly liking me less and less and less, and tragically, I cannot actually ask them for associate status, which is a shame, because I'm starting to think if I can't join up with the Raxar, who can I join up with? And I know technically I'm strong enough to not join up with anyone, but I like being in a federation, damn it. It's nice to be in a federation. Though actually, has that immediately cancelled the non-aggression, sorry, the defensive pact? Because, yeah, you're not actually allowed to have a defensive pact with a federation. So that's immediately cancelled that out because they've just sacrificed their ability to make individual deals. So I can eat the Romans, but to do that, I need to demand that they join me. And to demand they join me, I need to be at peace. So I need to wrap up these wars at some point too. No, never mind, the Pax Romana have just joined someone too, and they've joined up with the Ducks. Fine, so the remnants of the Ducks and the remnants of the Pax Romana have joined the same federation, and that does somehow feel appropriate, yes. So I might need to go and smash all of you bastards. Oh well, that's a shame, and our ambition has also sadly just run out, but I'm currently floating 609,000, and also I'm floating full energy. Hang on, can I actually renew that immediately? Yes, I can, because that is just 209, and it's going to last for a long flipping time, so get that underway, lovely. And actually, will to power is sort of interesting. I could basically just swap, yeah, a giant pile of unity for tons of influence. That's kind of nice. And research speed plus 20%, yeah, go on them. Why not? Let's get both of them done. And I'm actually floating influence I don't need right now. Let's get flipping droning optimizations on as well. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. In fact, if I've got all these minerals coming in and I'm floating full energy, I need to convert that into ships. And I've not got much more space left. So, time to start upgrading some stations so we can actually turn them into nice little, nice little areas where we can have 10 bajillion anchorages. Basically, I'm just going to go through here, upgrading all of these guys to fortresses. Because I shouldn't have upgraded that one, but no matter. That one can be upgraded, though. Yeah, basically, literally all of my shipyards are currently being upgraded. And I'm just going to turn them into 10 bajillion new bits of fleet capacity, which should easily knock me over 1,000 once all of them come through. It's going to take a while, though. The upgrades are really slow. That's like a few years off for the time being, but it will still be fine. And this guy is just basically bumming around here, slowly knocking down all of these for me. Nice. Oh, and here's an odd coincidence. My little marauder fleet happens to have just caught up with, a tiny fleet of the Polity of Halifax, right next to a black hole, which means actually it's very hard for them to retreat. So for once, we might actually be able to shoot most of the bastards straight down, because, yeah, it's much harder to actually jump out close to a black hole. It's one of the nice things about a black hole. Disengagement chance reduction plus 50% and emergency FTL cooldown plus 50% too. My cruiser should carry the day by itself, so these guys are just being shot down to nothing. Like my marauder fleet, that's kind of cool. Just basically tearing these guys apart and then turning the attention over to the platform. And do black holes actually kind of make an ominous roaring noise? Because I feel like they shouldn't. Like, just because they're in space as a starting point, and there's probably other reasons as well. Right, this planet's got to be nearly flipping dealt with. Ah, there we go, that's more like it. Right, at this point, you guys, coming over here, land. You've got to just be able to walk over this at this point. Come on, lads, I believe in you. So get down on the ground. Ideally, send the Hawking Beasts in first. Do not send in the Psychic Armies first. They're very flipping expensive. We've talked about this. There we go. That's more like it. You send in the Jabberjans first, because the Jabberjans are very, very good at fighting. And also, we can replace them very easily and cheaply and quickly. Like, the Psychic Armies are way slower and more expensive to train. So, there we go. You guys get on with that. This world falls. Now, surely at that point, well, I'm not sure whether they have to surrender. Like, we've occupied every single one of their systems. If they don't surrender at this point, then I guess we just basically start, just mowing our way through whatever they've got left. Like, they've basically got nothing left at this point. So, you may as well come over here, knock out that platform, and that should be about your lot. In fact, I'm kind of surprised they haven't surrendered already, but no matter. It'll only take a couple of minutes, just basically wipe out all of this. The war down here, however, will take a tiny bit longer. There's more to knock out. Now, my actual fleet has caught up over here. How are the armies? There's basically no armies. Probably head down here and land yourself in that case. Marvellous. And once again, their fleet has annoyingly decided to kind of somehow bypass me and start attacking my platforms. That's okay. I've probably got more floating around here. Yeah, you guys just come down here. Just kill them again. Just keep doing it over and over. It's fine. You, meanwhile, can start just basically looping around here. Just start taking these systems. Lovely.
Aggressor colony emancipated.
And that was a nice easy walk over there. Lovely. So that has already fallen. And my fleet prepares to jump. Are they going to actually get in time to save the system? Yes, they are. They immediately warp out as soon as they see that. Sadly, the countdown for their emergency jump was already down to them being able to do it immediately because, of course, they were technically in a battle with the platform already. Now, how am I getting on with the Raxar right now? Because the Raxar are... Okay, threat is minus 168. I think it has been, you know, higher than that in the past. And now, just a couple more things to do. Probably we just took a slight knock there. Oh, yeah. That fleet had to actually jump out, or at least one of its things did. Nothing major we need down there. You just head down here. And then I think they should be forced to surrender at that point. In fact, apparently, yeah, they are close to surrendering. So, yeah, they've basically got nothing left at this point. Achieve war goals, minus 19. Head down there, knock out this platform. I think they will have to become our vassals. They don't get a say anymore. So let's just kind of watch the final blow here. In come the... Oh, yeah. There we go. Your entire empire has now fallen. Please surrender immediately. So if you'd like to... Yeah, achieve war goals. So they become a vassal. I'm going to send them that offer. And our vassal has entered the war against... Well, you know what? Due credit to you. Well done. So, lovely. And our war has ended due to them being vassalized or annexed. So, we have not entered a truce because we don't actually need to. We admit defeat. Do not think this is anything more than a temporary setback for Tabby Hulfak's War of Obedience. The War of Obedience. Good name. Best possible outcome. So, those guys now belong to me. Very, very nice indeed. So you guys can now start trading with me, building up your own fleet, all of that business. You just get on with that. That's absolutely fine. And also, you know, join up with your neighbours up north because they are also my vassals, I believe. So that's all fun. May as well bring the fleets down. Honestly, I don't need the fleets down south. Actually, I probably should keep one fleet up here because I feel like war against this federation is... not inevitable, because I'm not going to start it, alright? They might start it, not my problem. And yes, indeed, they have been vassalized. Lovely. Now, does that increase the threat? It was at minus 168 a second ago. Minus 184. Okay, so the plan has completely failed. That plan was garbage, as it turns out. Also, I should totally get this planet down, because I am actually ready to get this planet down. Sorry, I kind of forgot about you for a while. Get down here, colonize this planet. Lovely. And how about we just slap you down? I'll slap you down here. Why not? And this world shall be the first of the 6, because there definitely wasn't a 7th and you can't prove otherwise. Now, how about these guys? And, okay, their will to resist our demands is wavering. Well, that all works for me. I believe my secondary fleet up here is just basically bumming around, slowly killing everything that belongs to them. So yeah, basically this entire part of their empire has fallen apart. Where, by the way, are my construction ships? Ah, my construction ships are already over here. They are doing nothing. Okay, you're supposed to be doing things, like things that I tell you to do. So please, like, get on with that, please. Lovely. Also, someone's just closed their borders. The Romans! Apparently the Romans don't like us. That's fine. Nobody likes us, so it's fine. And yet, once we actually take this bit of space down over here, and as we've already taken this space up here, and once we vassalize these guys, yeah, I think actually pirates won't really be able to spawn anymore, which is nice. And we've finally caught up with that fleet. This time we can actually catch it, and we've killed some of it there. In comes the main force, clearing out all of this. Yep, there we are. They are now in a lot of flipping trouble. Good, good, good. And what's this down here, by the way? Is this actually anything? No, that's just a platform guarding their border with the dwarves, who have actually been surprisingly quiet for a while. Though they do still hate us quite a lot, just because of the whole xenofilth thing. And fortunately, this world is basically so tiny we can just invade it immediately. So you guys just head down here, take care of that, and while you're dealing with that, you guys can basically just wrap up these 3 stations down here. And yeah, their will to resist is definitely wavering. They've got almost nothing left at this point. What's actually left of their fleet, by the way, it's respawned in with 227. So at this point, they probably can't even get past any of the platforms. They're fine. And the Fafossans are laying down claims like crazy. Yeah, the Fafossans are going to be attacking us at some point, aren't they? Yes, they are. Right, let's look at the Fafossans. What do we have against you exactly? Because we don't really have much in the way of... Yeah, we've got a wide open border with the Fafossans. Oh, Fafossans. I used to like you. I kind of wanted you to be the third part of my little lovely federation with the Raxar. But you had to throw your lot in with the bastards down south, who I call bastards, but they haven't really done anything against me. But they don't like me, and I don't know, because I'm just lovely, and I'm not sure why anyone would hate me. Right, in comes the fleet. You guys land. We'll take that out almost immediately. These guys are, yeah, getting close to basically giving the hell up, and that will be a second lovely little vassal enters our empire. Oh, looks like they're moving out to try and counteract again. What are they moving against? Strength 300. They are going to struggle to do anything of note there. And then we've got ourselves Shield Fleet, which is a tiny bit damaged, but has basically cleared out, I think, everything up north. There's nothing left we haven't taken. No, I think we're good. So you guys can basically just head over for some, yeah, you just head over there for some upgrades and whatnot. That will be absolutely fine. These guys are going to come in and try and do some damage, but honestly, they're not going to succeed. And also, I think a scientist has died. That is very tragic indeed. That opens up a spot. No one available there. So, it's a sociology person, expertise statecraft, or expertise biology. Okay, well, let's go for a nice statecraft person, because we might well want to do some statecraft at some point. Right, just one system left down south then, and we shall be at peace again. Let's see what the final bit of resistance is going to be. It is just one planet down over here, and that planet is... ooh, rebel slave companies. Okay, unfortunately, those are terrible, because they're just rebel slaves. So, even though there's a fair few people down here, we should be able to just knock them out very, very quickly indeed. Also, for once, we fulfilled a flipping mandate. We actually fulfilled a mandate because of the new territory we've actually had to fill out here. That's just marvellous. Well, in comes General Security to handle that. Those bastards go down nice and quickly. A bunch of civilian ships also start fleeing, but unfortunately they've got... Sorry, are we bombing civilian ships now? When did we start doing that? I don't remember giving the orders for... Oh, this is why everyone thinks we're the bloody bad guys, you know. Also, I've just spotted something that I'm a bit confused by. The planet the first of the six appears to be being colonised, but there also appears to already be a colony... Did I send 2 colony ships? I don't know if I sent 2 colony ships, and now I might have done, and now I'm confused. Well, as I seem to have, you know, more colony ships, I guess we just put more of them down. Yeah, I think I might have actually sent a colony ship out there, forgotten about it, then sent another one. So, I'm not sure which one's been chilling out in space for longest, but, like, at some point, some of them have, so that's all good. Also, apparently, science is done. Ooh, starbase capacity up. That's good. Starbase capacity +2. Naval capacity +20. I thought, actually, naval capacity... Oh, naval capacity, not capacity per fleet. That's not much, to be honest. Or clone armies. Okay, clone armies might be interesting. Starbase is pretty cheap as well. I mean, naval capacity +20 feels really tiny, to be honest. I'd rather take... Yeah, you know what? I'll take 2 starbases. And over in physics... What have we got over there? Ooh, an arc emitter. Now, some people have been saying the penetration's kind of fun. So, I could actually get some of the penetration weapons in and basically just go straight up, yeah, cloud lightning and arc emitters, and just basically say, ah, screw it, you know what? Screw your stupid shields and armor. I'll just bypass all of that. But no, instead I've got to get the, ooh, enigmatic decoder. Except I know for a fact I haven't actually been using the enigmatic stuff, because I'd rather just have tons of shields. I'll take the research thing. That will not take too long to do. Ah, and very conveniently, as I'm actually over capacity right now, yes indeed, there should be some extra space available. Good! I think I'm going to be building anchorages literally everywhere. Okay, I've got a lot of anchorages in production, and they're going to take a little bit of time to do, but not actually that long, so that's all good. So as soon as that's done, yeah, this should start looking much more healthy. I've also just remembered that on Repose, I could actually produce a Psycore, but the Psycore only actually produces 10 unity, unrest -10%, governing ethics attraction +5%, and, honestly, it kind of doesn't feel worth bothering with. I might just actually, yeah, leave that space until we can replace that with the massive research thing. That just doesn't feel that spectacular, to be honest. Now, it looks to me like these guys are already in trouble. Deploy the armies, and these guys should immediately surrender and become our vassals as well. with a level 4 general who is indeed a psychic glory seeker. Mag-flippin-nificent. So down you go with a whole bunch of Jazzajans, because we like Jazzajans. They are just absolutely marvellous. Oh yeah, the slave armies are just collapsing. They pose no threat whatsoever. We might lose one army, unfortunately. He's going to be taken out before he has the chance to back off, but it is a good sacrifice, and yeah, the actual experienced generals unit is doing good stuff as well. Yeah, this is all absolutely fine. What is that, by the way? The healthcare. Oh, the healthcare campaign. We'll get that straight back on. I think we've got the energy to afford it. So, armies looking good. That army is collapsing. Lovely. This army's being torn to shreds as well. And I think actually the last army standing is going to be a bunch of just rebel freedom fighters who happen to decide to resist as well. No, actually, they did not go down first. Job done. And these guys should momentarily just surrender. They can't stand now. They are literally out of planets. And after that happens, a whole new chunk of the galaxy should go purple. Anytime you're ready, there you go. We admit defeat, and there will be a Deathicon servitude campaign. Best outcome. Oh, it's a bit of a mess. There's a bit of nasty border gore going on down there, but it is nice. We actually control a very nice, healthy bit of the galaxy right now. Ooh, lovely. In fact, actually, how much precisely? We are technically 2/3, 3/4 of the way to a domination victory, where we just have to own 40% of habitable planets. I'm assuming that does include vassals. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't really want to, like, dominate the galaxy. It's not really what I set out to do. That's not what we're really about. We're xenophiles. We're spiritualist xenophiles. We're just about peace and friendship and understanding. And stop looking at me funny or I will invade you. And uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Raxar have just broken the non-aggression pact. Raxar, what are you thinking? What's happening, Raxar? Chill out. Okay, it's fine. It's not that fine. The threat has kind of gone up slightly with the Raxar, unfortunately. Oh, you poor bastards. Your technology level is equivalent to ours. We could be clever and wonderful together. We could be such good friends. Why do you have to be dicks? And also, if you're so threatened by me, why would you cancel a non-aggression pact? That's literally the worst thing you could do. There is one thing I could do, potentially. I can't help but notice that the Raxar are blocked from the Phophosons. I'm not. It would appear the Raxar and the Phophosons hate each other more than I hate the Phophosons. Now, just in theory, if I was to declare war on the Phophosons... I can't for a few years. But just in case I were to, me and the Raxar could go to war together. I mean, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? That would be lovely. But no, I've got a different plan, actually. A plan I've been thinking about for some time. You see, I can't help but notice that over here, there's this fallen empire that's just kind of, you know, snootily sitting on all this space. All this stupid space that they claim belongs to them. And they've got this thing here called the Preserve, which is kind of awesome. And I wouldn't mind having it for my own, because it produces a load of food and... Also, apparently, there's just Bethera in there. They're just not using it for anything. And, like, literally every species in the galaxy, including ones that I'm pretty sure have gone extinct, because I have no idea what the hell a Jun is. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of these. In my empire, it's kind of cool. Also, apparently there's snails in this galaxy. I've literally never seen them. I don't know where they were. I wouldn't mind having some of this for myself, because the thing is, these guys, this here Fallen Empire, I mean, what have they really got? They've got about... yeah, 1,700 in invasion strength. And they've got about 50,000 and 50,000 in 2 fleets, but in 2 large fleets. Like, just in theory, as I've actually not got many planets right now, I could just come in and take some of their stuff. Like, what have they got? They've just got a tiny little bit, nothing major. This is just some insignificant tiny little planets. I wouldn't mind having some of their stuff, because I might be able to learn some interesting things from them that I need to actually keep in mind. Yeah, how strong are their platforms? 40,000 to go. 40,000 to go, not nothing. If I was to deploy every single one of my fleets simultaneously, you're at like 60,000, tiny bit damage, but nothing major. You just... Okay, I refuse to admit you need to go over there to heal up, but whatever. Also, uh-oh. Who's going to war now? Because there's only so many people that can actually go to war. And it's the... Oh. Well, this is going to be the end of the Ganvius. Yeah. It's, as it turns out, there's going to be less and less people in the galaxy. Have the Pithok actually bothered showing up? Because I can't imagine they really did, but maybe they don't have a choice.
Complete.
Yeah, the Pithok showed up. The Pithok did indeed show up. So that's the Ganvius done, and the Pithok will probably just live on their own over there. Do they hate me? I don't know much. Yeah, they hate me. That's fine. Also, that's nice. The naval capacity has indeed jumped up very, very nicely indeed. So we've got plenty of naval capacity floating around. Loving all of that. Are you now back up to full strength? You are. Yep, you're now at full strength. All right. Begin unifying the fleets. And we've also got friendly fleets. Where's the Athari Union? Oh, the Athari Union was probably coming to help out with the Deathicans, but it's a bit late for that. Right. General Security Fleet, you head over there. Shield Fleet is going for some quick last-minute repairs. That's absolutely fine. And the Cabbage Liberators are present and correct as well. And we do actually have multiple Titans floating around. We've got... Oh. Okay, we've got Mushroom Refugees showed up. And they've settled on the first of the 6. Okay. Well, that's absolutely fine. What are you guys good at, by the way? You are self-modified. Ah, this is a breakaway group. Intriguing. And they are traditional, so they're actually good at, yeah, Unity stuff. Well, that's nice. I tell you what, as you're good at Unity stuff, here's a temple. Have fun worshipping it. Actually, you know what? I'll put you there later. Right now, that would make you unemployed. And we're also ready for some more shrouding. Communicate with the Shroud. So much power. Now, I'm not sure whether I like the Shroud. The last time I spoke to the Shroud did kind of, like, you know, basically declare all the tabbies were going to end up dead. But okay, we've got ourselves a flock of spirits glowing with dazzling colours that do not exist in normal space dance around us for several hours as we venture deeper into the Shroud. The spectacle is enjoyable until the realisation hits us. We are being herded. Yeah, I don't like the Shroud. Either I can increase some happiness or I could increase research speed, but that is unlikely. But honestly, increased happiness is like so meaningless to me, I may as well give it a go. And the answer is, no, we got lucky. Nice. So as a result, the collective knowledge base that is shared telepathically between our scientists has been established, which will greatly increase the efficiency of their work. Nice. Exit the Shroud and 20% increase research speed. That is nice. That is very, very nice indeed. So, got lucky on that one. And speak of the devil, the research is starting to come in nice and fast here. Ooh, mega cannons. Mega cannons are nice in case I need my extra large weapon slots to be taking out, yeah, shield, as opposed to anything else. Defense platform hull points plus 10%, that's kind of nice. Destroyers I'm not really using, so I can probably do without that. Building build speed, I can do without that. Yeah, let's just take the mega cannon, that can be situationally very useful indeed. Lovely, this is all, yeah, this is all working out very, very nice, but, oh, it's past 24, 25. The end game could kick off at any second. I just don't flipping know. And that will be probably a handful more. Oh no, that's just some random stuff I decided to build there. There's one more little anchorage there. So we've got an extra 100 capacity we're not using right now. I should probably fill that up at some point. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say I'm going to leave things off there. Because next time, we are going to kick off our first war with a fallen empire. Because I would kind of like whatever lives in all of this space. And let's just quickly check. How much would this all cost to claim? Costs about 40, 50, 40, 40. It's pretty much 40 or 50 across the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I had 400 odd, I could basically have all of it. Yeah, I could basically just claim their entire empire with 400 odd influence. I'm not that far off, and some of it's 40. I probably can just about fulfill that, and the pumpkin heads will be along in a second. There they are. I'll extend our deal. Thank you. Lovely. Yeah, I bet I can actually afford, because some of these are 40, not 50, to basically claim their entire empire. And then we just eat it. We eat the entire thing, and we just have all of their lovely, lovely people and technology for our own. I think rather than vassalizing them, we will just straight up take them. Let's just quickly check what the game has to say here. Yeah, their power is roughly evenly matched. Their technology level is overwhelming, But that's fine. That's why I want to do this war, because I would like to learn from it. In fact, get the science vessels nearby. We're going in and we're going to learn some stuff here. And there's more fighting going on as well, which is interesting. Who else has a war to declare? Ah, the Khan successor states are finally going to fully unify by the looks of it. Yeah, the big lads are going to take out their neighbours. And at that point, the Khan will pretty much have been not brought back. Because, of course, you know, he doesn't have all the bonuses the Khan's get. But he will have some advantages. And also, we still haven't seen what's bloody going on back here. Something's going on. That's going to be a dead scientist. That's a shame. In you go. 1 mega cannon. Get it researching. Thank you. But yes, indeed, as we prepare for our most ambitious war, I will leave things off here. We will be continuing very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. And this has been Stellaris. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Wait, did people just vote out democracy? Hang on, what have you just done? Oh, go on, let's have the greatest Oktoberfest ever. Yay! Spain and Russia have announced a new alliance as a result of the warmongering of certain Central European countries. Oh, well, excuse me! My leader from now on, no weaklings will stand in the way of this country's path to glory. Oh, God, Germany, not again!